Right, this is the new Loncin portable generator I got. 350 watt. So, with all tool, here's where I got this here one. 550. Decent enough price, decent enough brand. These are like a wee copy Honda basically. That's what boys are saying they are. While a lot of higher places seem to have them. That's especially this name Loncin. While a lot of the engines going on to equipment, you know. Replacement engines on generators, on construction equipment or that stuff like that there. They seem to be using a while of Loncin stuff. So seems decent enough. Getting good reviews on it. While a lot of people seem to have stuff for it. So went for this here. 550 quid. Can't really go wrong with the price like. Got this here for the house here. Just in case of power cuts, stuff like that there this winter. They're on them threatening that there's low energy or whatever coming, so there's a threat of power cuts or shortages, so just in case, decided to invest in one of these generators. Hopefully I'll never need it, but rather be sitting looking at it than looking for it. Just out of the box here, just thought I'd give you a wee look through it. Fairly simple, top enough machines. Petrol up on the top, obviously they're coming dry. Good enough machine, nice heavy cap on it too. Filter on the top. Easily folds. Fuel indicator as well. It's only just new, so still need to put oil in it. That's what I'm up here to do now. Fill up the oil just till she's just going up to the threads here. Maximum minimum on the dipstick anyway. So fill it with oil. Stick an earth lead on if you want to. Some people put on earth, so we can put a ground lead onto the ground. This will be hooked up to the house, so might actually do that as well. When you want to run it, fill it with petrol. Fuel line on. Stick on your choke. Switch on your Jenny. Give her a couple of pulls till she starts up. Then you can hook up your power then. Put on your trip. That's you up and running. Obviously making sure the actual breaker in the house is switched off first. Make sure everything, your other switches are down, or if you're not using anything on the circuit board, make sure your actual stuff in the house is switched off. Anything with high load, you obviously don't want the thing starting plugged in instantly. Everything switches on because it'll be a wild high draw on a generator. So whenever you first plug them in, make sure you have everything else off. Apart from that there, fairly simple. I'm not going to get it running now because hopefully I'll not need to use this. Don't want to go getting it started, putting petrol on it and then having to drain it again for storage. So I'll not be needing this till the winter time. Just going on to live in here, let it sit in here ready to go. I'll be filling up the petrol can closer to the winter time, so it'll be fresh fuel to go onto it. But apart from that, I'll just let her sit in storage here now. Get a cover on it. Just going to put the box back over the top of it. And clear a space down in here to store it here in the shed. Probably in there, ready to let wood and crap under there. Grand storing these in a shed, you want them in somewhere dry. Don't want them getting too cold in that. Best kept them. Store them without petrol on them. Normally the best way. You can easily just undo the fuel line to drain it. Carburetor down in here as well. Carburetor at the back here. You can undo, take off the cap if you want, or undo the bolt. That'll drain the carb. I'm not sure if that'll actually drain the fuel line as well, but you can undo the line to drain the fuel out of the tank. Generally the best way for storing them if you're not going to be using it for the whole year, or you don't know when thing's actually going to be switched on or not. Store them dry is the best way generally. Now for power wise in this thing, it's 350 watts. That's not what it's actually going to be putting out like, that's just max. So maximum output's 3.1 kilowatt. Generally running output's going to be 2.8. And I'm not going to be using that much. Generally here in the house, we're all LED lights, so 120 watt with all the lights on in the house, that's all I'm going to be producing. Fridge, what about 200 watts, 500 startup. That's generally the maximum on them. Water pump then for the central heating, that's the main reason I wanted to get a generator. Originally a small 3-bedroom house, so pump running's only about 80 watts or 100 max, so about 200 watts startup. Not really much else we're going to be using. TV 120 watts. That's about the height of it, so about 1000 watts is the most we'll be running out of this year at any one time. generally start up then maybe the fridge or the pump whenever the central heat comes on, so it's never going to get to the maximum. You're never going to be using anything producing heat on something this size. If you want to be using your washing machine, switching on the kettle, using an electric oven, electric hob, anything like that there, electric shower, you'll need a much bigger generator. 3.5 is nowhere near big enough. I'm not using anything like that there. Wintertime, our house has a back boiler. I don't use the central heating at all in the wintertime. We're just burning coal or wood, whatever. That heats all the water in the house. I want to get a generator in case the power goes out because it's a back boiler. If there's no pump running because of no electricity, it'll blow the back boiler in the fireplace. Too much pressure, the water gets too hot like. So I need that pump running. I was going to get a big battery pack to run the pump itself only, but it was working out the same friggin' money as a generator, so I went for a generator. That's the main reason I want it. I need that pump running in the winter time, whenever the heating, if the power does go off like. So can't really be without it. So that's running the pump. That gives me the hot water. Hot water also does the tank. Same thing, back water heats that. Electric shower is only a pump shower or power shower, so there's no actual heating element in the shower, and you can turn off the power shower anyway, so you can just use gravity fed, so that uses no power at all. Everything else in the house doesn't really use a whole lot. So the main thing I needed this for is just a bit of lights, TV, the fridge, and the central heating pump. The central heating pump is the main one. We can't be without the electricity for too long if we had the fire running.